So you've probably been told, you should be saving money. I mean, that's what responsible adults do, right? But where, how, and most importantly, with what money? Even if you can only save a little at a time, a savings account is a smart step to taking control of your money. So let's break them down, fast, simple, and without the boring bank talk. First things first, a savings account is a type of bank account that earns a higher rate of interest on your money than you'd see in a checking account. It's a place where you intentionally set aside money to use later. Think of your checking account like a busy highway. Money's coming in, money's going out. To bills, to groceries, to your Starbucks addiction, it's always on the move. But your savings account is more like a garage. You put money in, and then you park it there for a while. It should be separate from the rest of your money, but easy to get to when you need it. Like when your tire explodes going 65 down the interstate. So how does a savings account work? Depending on the bank, you'll either go to a local branch or open a savings account online. After a little bit of personal information, you'll make your first deposit. Some banks require a minimum deposit to open an account, but others don't, especially online banks. Then, while your money is parked in the savings account, it'll make you more money, called interest. That's right, extra money, just for sitting there. So while it's true that money doesn't grow on trees, it does grow. Right now, the average savings account interest rate is about 0.62% APY. So if you had $10,000 sitting in savings, you'd earn an extra $62 in interest after a year. Sure, that won't make you rich, but every little bit helps, right? Plus, savings accounts are secure. They're insured up to $250,000 by the federal government, which means your money is protected up to that amount, even if your bank goes under. But watch out. Some banks lure you in with a great starting interest rate that lasts a few months and then drops off a cliff. Not cool. Make sure you do your research before signing on the dotted line. You can open a savings account for lots of reasons, but there are three main ones. First, sinking funds for planned expenses that don't happen every month. Think annual insurance premiums or car repairs. Then there's saving up for big purchases like a sweet new ride or a cruise to the Bahamas. Lastly, but certainly not least, an emergency fund. If you're just getting started with saving, make this your first priority. Because like your grandma would say, it's not if it's going to rain, it's when. And having a rainy day fund set aside turns an emergency from, oh crap, to a just, oh well. So, how much should you keep in a savings account? Some banks actually require a minimum balance. That means you have to keep a certain amount of money in the account, say $500 for example, or you'll get hit with fees. But you could also set a goal depending on what you're saving for. Take that emergency fund for example. We recommend setting a goal of $1,000 for a starter emergency fund. That covers most of life's little mishaps. Later, you can build that up to 3 to 6 months worth of expenses and feel super prepared for anything. Withdrawing money from a savings account is pretty easy. You can pull out cash from an ATM using your debit card, go to a bank branch, or transfer funds from your savings into your checking account. But heads up, a lot of banks limit you to 6 withdrawals or transfers from your savings account a month. Otherwise, they may charge you a fee. Yeah, we know that sounds crazy. It's your money after all, but rules are rules. When it comes to savings accounts, a traditional account is the most common, but there are 3 others, each with their own pros and cons. A high-yield savings account has a much better interest rate, which means your money will grow faster, and they typically don't require a minimum balance in the account. It's a great choice for an emergency fund. A money market account gets better interest rates too. Plus, they usually come with debit cards and checkbooks. Perfect when you need cash fast for emergencies. The big difference? They often have minimum account balances. That means risking fees if your account comes up short. Finally, there's certificates of deposit, or CDs. No, not the things you used to play music on. These savings accounts usually have higher interest rates. You have to commit to leave your money deposited for months or even years to get the best rate. Pull your money out sooner and you'll get hit with a big penalty. Now that you know the ins and outs, you're ready to get saving, but those dollars won't save themselves. You gotta tell them what to do. That means getting on a budget. So make it easy on yourself by downloading the EveryDollar budget app. With EveryDollar, you'll intentionally plan to put money into savings instead of hoping you have money left at the end of the month. Plus, the app helps you find extra margins so you can save even more, even faster. No matter what type of savings account you pick, just start saving. Even if it's just a few bucks here and there, the more you save, the more confident and in control you'll feel. Open a savings account. and actually use it. You've got this.